If you're like me, you're always on the lookout for a good stubby screwdriver. Today I'm going to take a look at this one, the PICQUIC Stubby. It's a 5 in the chamber, 1 in the shaft, multi-bit stubby screwdriver made in Canada, at least mostly. It's got some solid, simple features, so if you're like me and you're on the lookout for a stubby screwdriver to keep around for emergencies, this review may be for you. Stay with me till the end. But for now, let's get going. The PICQUIC Stubby is a 6-bit stubby screwdriver which is designed for everyday carry style use. It comes standard with 6 1.3-inch long hex insert bits that are hardened for use in impact drivers, though more on that in a second. The American version includes a T15 Torx bit, Phillips 1, Phillips 2, Phillips 3, slotted 3/16 and slotted 1/4-inch bits. The Canadian version includes a number 1, number 2 Robertson, a number 1, number 2 Phillips, 3/16 slotted bit, and a 1/4-inch slotted bit. The shank is made of aircraft alloy and has a rare earth magnet in the base to hold the bit in place. And it works just like all the other drivers in the PICQUIC lineup. I have a review of one of the larger models. I'll put a link to it here for you, but they all work the same way. You just take out the bit you don't want to use from the shank, insert it into the back end of the handle, push out the bit you want to use next, insert it, and go. I've had quite a few of these PICQUIC screwdrivers over the years. I have come to trust the bit holding system. I've never lost a bit because it fell out. The bits always seem to fit into the holes no matter how old the driver gets. And more to the point, the bits never rattle around, at least not in my experience. Also, like the larger drivers in the PICQUIC lineup, the Stubby has a rather clever hex bolster on the shank, and that'll receive, in this case, a 3/8-inch wrench, which will give you a little extra torque, turning stubborn fasteners when you need it. The handle is anti-roll, so when you put it down, it stays put. Like all of the PICQUIC screwdrivers, the Stubby comes in an assortment of colors, and according to the company's website, if you make an order of 48 or more, they'll put a custom logo on the handle for you. The size of the screwdriver makes it ideal for keeping around as an everyday carry. You can put it in your kitchen drawer, you can put it in your toolbox. I keep it in my camera bag. It's a small, solid, efficiently built tool that you can keep around for emergency use. There are some minuses with the tool. PICQUIC bits will tend to corrode if they get wet or near moisture. I have always found that a little steel wool or 2000 grit sandpaper and it's gone. The company also recommends oiling the bits to help keep them free from corrosion too. I mentioned before the bits are hardened, so in theory they can go into an impact driver and handle the extra torque that power tool will put on them. Unfortunately, these bits are so small, there's nowhere to put a waist on the shaft of the smaller bits. So unlike the larger bits in the lineup, there's nothing for the collet of my impact driver to lock onto. So I can put the bits into my impact driver, and even if I turn it upside down, they won't fall out, but they don't lock. At least not like the longer bits for the larger screwdrivers in the PICQUIC lineup. So despite those minuses, I like the PICQUIC lineup. I think the design is really simple, I think it's really effective, and I've come to trust it. That said, it's rare that you turn to a stubby screwdriver unless there's no better screwdriver around. They're just too small to get a good grip on, and this one is no exception to that rule. The PICQUIC Stubby will not let you drive a larger or longer fastener for very long. Like most stubbies, it's just too small. You're just not going to get enough purchase on a bigger or longer fastener with this particular screwdriver. For me, the use is in my camera bag. I use this screwdriver when there's no other screwdriver around and I have to swap camera plates. My only other alternative is digging around in my pocket, try to find a coin the right size for the slot on the fastener of the 2 camera plates I'm trying to connect. In that kind of emergency situation, this screwdriver is great. I would recommend for homeowners and DIY people that this not be their only screwdriver. A larger screwdriver is always going to be better. Your hand's going to grab it better. You're going to get more torque out of it. The bits will be longer. They'll reach into more places. This particular stubby is in its glory in an emergency situation or when a larger screwdriver just won't fit. So how about you guys? Do you use stubby screwdrivers in your day-to-day? Have you got a brand you like and you'd like to see me review it on the channel? Leave all that in the comment section below and I'll get on it. And otherwise, I hope that helped you out. If it did, please feel free to like or subscribe. Liking and subscribing can really help a channel, and if you could do that for this channel, I'd really appreciate it. And otherwise, as always, take care, stay safe, have fun with your DIY projects, and I'll see you next Saturday.